Previously on our Tasmanian adventure. It was finally happening. We'd made it. All we had to do was board the Spirit of Tasmania, because today we were heading to Stanley. Now we'd found dirt and we were checking out beautiful, beautiful places. Tassie never disappoints. Look, across the road from the waterfall is a pub. But when we caught up to Gaz, we realised it was something else. It won't come as a surprise that we couldn't find Dip Falls. You doing, Gaz? As we ventured into the unknown, Adrian the pin-up boy is stuck. We set to work cutting our way through.
Got it! Oh, nice!
Use the force, Gaz.
What's going on? What are you doing there?
I could see Stanley's giant nut.
Doesn't get any harder, but it just keeps going. How hard could it be?
Welcome to Tasmaniacs, Episode 3. G'day everyone, I'm Artist Wayne and welcome to episode 3 as we ride through beautiful Tasmania. And when I say we, I'm talking about Bingus Kahn, Brendo, Adrian the pin-up boy, Rocket, Gaz Gaz and Santiago. 7 intrepid adventure riders, if you can count me, on our magnificent Tasmaniacs adventure. And today we are experiencing the beauty of Tasmania's northwest coast, including this place here, the edge of the world. But we couldn't hang around all day acting like we know what we're doing. No, we had trails to ride. In fact, we were hitting one track in particular, Balfour. It's touted as one of the most difficult four-wheel drive tracks in Australia. And like I said in the previous video, you do not want to do it in the wet. And although it looked fine now, today's forecast was 20 to 40 millimetres of rain. So it was best to make a move and hit the Sandy Cape track, which would take us to Balfour and beyond. Incidentally, the Sandy Cape track is also renowned for its extreme four-wheel drive challenges, with muddy water holes, river crossings, undetermined quicksand, and yes, of course, the Sandy Cape track is just that, sandy. And in our excitement, we all forgot to let our tyres down, and no one was more surprised than yours truly. I certainly don't want to be doing too many of these 200 plus kilo deadlifts today.
You need a hand?
Oh, and see that black bag swinging around on my back, which probably put me off balance and made me crash in the sand? Well, that was Mad Mal's idea. He reckons if you put your wet clothes in a mesh bag, hang it around your back, by the end of the day, the clothes will be dry. Do you think it worked? No, it didn't. All it did was just get in the way. Well played, Mal. Well played. Oh, and incidentally, today's destination was Strawn. Needless to say, we had a long way to go. Sandy Cape is a large headland which was once home to the Tarkana Aboriginal people, from which the region derived its name. It was their home for several thousand years, and today there's evidence of huge shell middens, hut depressions, and many significant cultural relics which bear testimony to the life they once led. The Cape is surrounded by magnificent granite boulders, creating a number of sheltered and secluded swimming pools. But we didn't have time to swim. No, we were trying to beat the rain so we didn't sink. And clearly these tracks were already wet, so adding more water to them wouldn't bode well for us. And now it was Rocket's turn to do some heavy lifting.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
Oh no, it's poor Rocket again. But at least Adrian the pin-up boy is there to help. Thank you.
I don't like sand.
Bit hard with the weighted bikes. Still got pressure in my tyres. Way too much.
Yeah, we stopped to remove the thermal.
After a little rest and all of us letting our tyre pressures down, we set off once again. And according to the boys navigating, we weren't far from the Balfour track. And the weather, well, it was just perfect. At the moment, that is. Because in this region, the weather can be unpredictable. And like most places along the coast of the Tarkine, is often pounded by the roaring 40s. The boisterous and prevailing westerly winds, which you could clearly see had left its mark on this beautiful coastline. And before we knew it, we were about to leave the Sandy Cape track and hit Balfour, which clearly made Santiago a happy chappy, because he certainly wasn't enjoying this track. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Balfour track. Most people say that you should never travel the track alone. In fact, Tasmania Parks and Wildlife Service require visitors to travel in a convoy, and you must have a winch, as there is a high risk for vehicles getting stuck. Recovering a vehicle is extremely hard and challenging, as there are no trees or other solid structures along the track. But we're on adventure bikes, so what could go wrong? You'd have to be a bloody idiot to get your adventure bike bogged here. We were immersing ourselves in beautiful Tasmania. We knew it was going to be a challenge, so if we lose a few riders along the way, so what? It's definitely a risk we were willing to take, just as long as one of those riders wasn't me. And imagine my surprise when I found out that I was accused of causing the first real crash on the Balfour track. Yep, Santiago blamed me for that.
Who's that? Santiago. Man, the Alwine did that, did he?
Don't ask me why it was my fault. I still have no idea why. And as I caught up to Bing and Brendo, clearly they were waiting for me to come along to see how deep this was. That's right, sacrifice the heavy bike first. Well played, boys, well played. The water here on the Balfour track looks like black coffee, which makes it extremely hard to judge how deep it actually is. And as the three of us were forging ahead, Gaz was following the boys behind. Oh, check it out! Looks like someone's added milk to the coffee-coloured water.
Oh no! Wet boots? Uh-oh, I'm going in.
Oh, at least Bing's checking the depth of the water now before I ride it. Although we're still sacrificing the heavy bike. Once again, well played, boys. This particular water crossing felt a little too sketchy for me. It's a little disconcerting when you feel like you're going to fall into a deep hole. Definitely one of the worst fears for an adventure rider, drowning one's bike.
Don't spin the wheel, just go through.
What would the boys do without Gaz?
Put in the pegs. Put in your pegs. Ride it.
Thank God Gaz Gaz was here to tell all the boys how to ride their bikes, as I was up ahead continually testing how deep the waters were. And I must say it was a little nerve-wracking. These water crossings were massive, and there was no way of seeing the bottom because the water was so dark. And judging by the entry and exit points, they all looked like they were going to be deep.
Oh, that's in the 790 first. Ah, no. No. Let a light bike go first. Wasn't that deep? It's going to be boggy, I reckon. That wasn't so bad where he went on the main road.
Yep, Gaz Gaz was right, that wasn't so deep, although this one would be way deeper. It's also where I would crack the shits. You see, boys and girls, when I got to the end of this crossing, the battery to my GoPro ran out. And I strictly told the boys to stop and wait. Do you think they listened? No, they f***ing didn't. Would have made a great video to have all the boys riding through together. Oh, and now it looked like the pin-up boy was bogged. And has anyone noticed how windy it's getting? I hope this doesn't mean a storm is approaching.
Nice, just drop down here. Over there a little bit. Got it. Smile, wave.
Just watch as Santiago tells Gaz to stop. But just like everybody else, he doesn't f***ing listen. My directorial talents are wasted out here. It's like trying to herd a bunch of cats. Anyway, after my dummy spit, Gaz Gaz agreed to go back around and do it again with Santiago.
Yes, now.
Yes, that's what I wanted.
I didn't mean to go left, it's just where it took me.
I thought you were going over the fucking bar, man. No, that was brilliant, Gaz. Well done.
I didn't mean to go on the left.
So far, so good, and our spirits were high. But that's what adventure riding's all about, boys and girls. It's fun. It's a little dangerous, which makes it exciting. And we were all having a laugh. And although we were having a great time, we definitely needed to keep our wits about us, for we were entering one of the boggiest parts of the Balfour track.
Yeah, Brendo. Rocket! There's only two of us here. Ready? What are you doing, Gaz?
loving life at the moment. What happened then?
Poor Rocket, once again down for the count. Poor Adrian, the pin-up boy, is behind the bushes, copying Santiago's massive roost.
Rocket Man. The Rocket Man.
Poor Rocket bogged again!
Yeah, there's a strap over here. Oh, look at your Rocket.
A good adventure rider always remembers what's been left on the track so that one may use it to rescue one's fellow riders.
Should we just put it through just around, take an end each?
Are you filming?
Yeah. You weren't even pulling.
I am. Jammed into a bank.
Look out, here comes Bingus Kahn. And with one mighty arm from the Kahn, we freed the Rocket.
Pull it out.
You can't take more pressure.
Pull it out!
Oh, my God.
Good job. You.
Every chance to get bogged. I go, no! Oh, f***ing Rocket.
Time to check out Adrian's bike after Santiago's roost.
I couldn't see a track.
We couldn't hang around laughing and carrying on all day.
I can't wear feet now.
We hadn't even reached the halfway mark on this amazing and beautiful Balfour track. And then this happened. The Rocket Man decided to go for a swim.
Oh no! Quick, quick! Oh. Yeah, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Jeez, you don't seem like you're in a hurry, Gaz.
You okay? More importantly, did the airbox go under? Fuck.
Maybe.
Hey? Has it given you bad warnings?
Did Rocket drown his BMW GS800? Were we about to get hit by a giant storm? Will we make it out of Balfour alive? So many questions needing so many answers. And to find out, you'll have to wait for episode 4. So click the like button and subscribe, because I'm artist Wayne Dowsent, and this is Tasmania.